Relamuela Baeshu. Lufuno Ado is the next guy that we're going to show because this man won them lots and lots and lots of trophies. A very rare thing at Kaizerchiefs nowadays. But in the next segment, you're going to be watching an interview that one of our mentors, Brian Mofokeng, did with Willard Katsande. Salt and pepper, Machaivan of Kaizerchiefs. Let's watch.
Let's take it back. Let's start your story from the beginning. I mean, you arrived in South Africa as a young man playing for Ajax of Cape Town. How did that all start? Where did it all start for you from a footballing point of view?
Yeah, obviously, football started when I was young, back home. I'm a village boy. So my father took me to stadium once, and from there I fell in love with football. I think I was 6. Then from there, you found what we call local heroes, whereby the players from the city, they are playing against your Highlanders, your Dynamos,
Yeah.
Then you said, okay, I just want to be like them. So my main goal was to be a professional footballer, but in our local teams. But I found myself beyond borders, and I didn't make big moves in my country, whereby lots of people only knew about me when I came to South Africa. And when I came to South Africa, I came to Ajax, but at first I went to SuperSport for trials.
Yeah.
And by that time they were playing in the Champions League.
Yeah.
So Coach Gavin didn't have time to look into the trial list, because I think they were on the verge of, it was a transition. Lots of players, defensive midfielder players, they were already moved. That was the last time they won the 3rd league in a row.
Yes.
So good players left the team, so they were looking for replacements. So yeah, it didn't come the way we wanted it to be. But when I went out, I flew back home to Zim, whereby my agent, the late Ajax now, facilitated the trial at Ajax. So, but I didn't want to go because when you come here in South Africa, it's your first time, and the language barrier,
Yes.
Because I didn't do well at school because we didn't have resources. So I couldn't even speak a sentence of English. So I reflect of like the 2 weeks I had at SuperSport. Now to go again at Ajax South Africa again, and nothing comes out. So I was dodging here and there until he just come and fetch me when I was sleeping. Like, hey, let's go. There is the ticket. I'll drop you at the airport. Then I came. Luckily, it came good, because that's when I had a 10-day trial, and my first game I played against Golden Arrows, and the coach was happy for Pedihan.
Yeah.
Then I went back home, then they signed me. But when they signed me coming to Ajax, the team was doing well. That's when we finished as runners-up, if you still remember.
Yes.
We lost the match last day of the season.
The 2-2 draw.
Yes.
You remember that game there?
Yes,
Maritzburg,
yes.
Let's talk about this. I mean, you talk about you having to go back to the national team. When you came back from there, things changed for you.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, it goes to the mentality you have as a kid, grow up in a difficult circumstances. Whenever the opportunity presents itself in front of you, always try to grab it with both hands. Because in the back of my mind, I'm already on the not in the right frame of mind, because the coach is saying, okay, he wants to terminate the contract,
yes,
or he can loan you out, and it's only the first season. You were thinking maybe, okay, the second season, I'm more relaxed, I can try to do better than the last season. Then I switched off for the Ajax mode, and I put my national team in front. Then I did well, and I was playing under the guidance of Tinashe in the middle. I was playing with Tinashe and Ngomasha in the midfield. So the way of reading the game, it was quite easier for me, because he was telling me how do we need to operate. So luckily, Bobby was there. He came to watch Zwasi. I was playing at an international level. He was on a trial at Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah.
So that's when he saw me. Then my agent came to the hotel and says, oh, my man, you are going to Chiefs. Then I'm laughing like, how can you say Chiefs? Yes, I need to be flooded at Ajax. No, it can't be. So I thought, no, maybe you want to to just play around because I had a good game against Zambia and we won the friendly game. But he said, no, I'm serious. So when we were in the Ravaya going to our flight, I mean, we just arrived in Joburg in the Ravaya going to the arrivals. That's when I bumped into Bobby in the Ravaya. He says, hey, Baba, what's going on with you at Ajax? Then I said, nah, there's nothing. I don't know. I'm going there. I'm going to hear what they're going to say. Then he said, I want to bring you to Joburg. But you know that Joburg has got lights. Joburg here we work. We don't joke like what you're doing there in Cape Town. Then I said, I know, boss. Then I thought, okay, he's also trying to play at this thing of like a good person because I had a good game previous night. So when I arrived to Cape Town, the next day they sent me air ticket to say, pick your things, you need to come here. They already done with Ajax, Ajax, the negotiations for me to come. That was the easiest and the cheapest transfer I ever had in my life. It was just that, okay, I want you. Then say, okay, you want him? Okay, you can get him. Then it's done. Because no negotiations, they take long.
Yeah.
It's like a ball, they take long.
You get to Kaizerchiefs, play over 300 matches. You win back-to-back, you get to win league titles, in 3 different seasons, 2 seasons, but in between the 3, you walk away with that. You are the best footballer for them that particular one season. You win cup ties with them. Then boom, new players arrive.
Yeah.
You are sitting and thinking to yourself, what have I done wrong now?
Yeah.
What was going through your mind at that stage? Because you were doing so well at Kaizerchiefs. And now you're seeing other players coming in for your position.
Yeah. No, Mr. Brian, it's when I sit now and I look into it, it makes absolutely sense for the club because it's business. Because one, as much as you win the player of the season, they don't want you to be comfortable. They want you to be on the edge. Because the minute you stay on the edge, like, if I relax, somebody's going to take my position. Remember, if you play good, the team will do good. If the team do good, the team will win trophies. If the team win trophies, the credit goes to the management.
Skala lufuno man, ngiyabona bilonya goal la Katsande ubolela ka di trophy ta Chiefs. Back to memory lane with Katsande.
Yeah, salt and vinegar. Yeah, no. One of the reliable soldiers for Kaizerchiefs.
From Cape Town Ajax, you converted him and you made him the most deadliest midfielder there.
Bona. That's when Kaizerchiefs scouts were still working. Because Haruto Kreya Katsande, he was at Ajax, but he was not playing. However, for the national team of Zimbabwe, he was a solid player for that team. And we saw him in the national team of Zimbabwe. That's how he was actually scouted at Kaizerchiefs. So the scouting, needed scouter sharp. Ratola, a player that people did not know. He knew his role. He came in, he was a bit rusty. He had to be coached a little bit so that as guys are the foul of Eranzaraba. So did he understand the role? So he knew how to play, Liboyeye, and he knew his role. You would not see him, but the work that he used to do. Katsande, he played for Chiefs, with the love. COVID
meant the man can show us other skills besides football.
Exactly.
Maracox, Katsande was a man that if there was a ball there, you know that he's going for it.
Yeah, I'm not going for it.
If I was a ball, I wouldn't want to go for a 50-50.
Yeah. I mean, like Lufuno's saying, this guy Najala right back, go ikamva. And they still had that proper scouting channel called Zimbabwe.
100%. Yes.
Yeah, because Zimbabwe used to be
the main. And Zimbabwe was so good to Chiefs that they bought one, they gave them one for free.
The main source of scouting, Bokatsande, the generation 8 link, one get one free. Indeed, Totsi Musona for free. What a player. But for Katsande, what a player. He went and played for Kaizerchiefs for almost 10 years. That on its own, it shows that he had quality, and it's one of the last generations that Kaizerchiefs were lifting the trophy. Chiefs.
And Skalabala, he had to fill in big shoes.
From where? Zimbabwe.
So, I mean, Cox, looking at that, he was somebody that the team could be able to rely on. He was probably one of the guys that any coach that came, beat Stuart Baxter, and Medendorp, they could rely on him and put him number one on the team sheet. And a very well-traveled journey from Ajax to Kaizerchiefs. Well-traveled, and he, at every single club, a scholar of the game and represented himself very well.
Yeah, I think one thing we have to respect from Katsande, he respected the game. And as the saying goes, 99% of the good things would happen to you if you show up. Katsande showed up in matches. Good day, bad day, Katsande will show up, and he was able to lift the team. If you knew who the chips are down, the people are coming, and the middle field of the opponents are coming at you, Katsande would say, Tumamin, I'll raise my hand. So you need those kind of players. We don't see that, and I think that's what's missing now.
The mentality of a player that he was, that's what you don't find at Kaizerchiefs. The guy that really says, now is the time for me to stand up and play for the team and lift the teammates around me to say, and that's why you'll find Katsande tells you that there's a certain players that can play, and it's not him alone. If you're listening to Shaba, they all say the same thing. You need to have a certain mentality to be able to play at Kaizerchiefs. When the chips are tough,
used to.
You need to be able to play there.
But when you look at that generation, you look at his combination, and like rightfully Cox says, he had to fill in the shoes of Tinashe. And he was somebody who was now going through the process of being able to say, I will defend this line. Do we still have those type of players around with that grit and everything else?
No, from a Kaizerchiefs perspective, Mpho, you don't see that. When team loses, it looks like it's business as usual. You don't see that. You don't see that fighting, spirit, fighting mentality from the players to say we were not supposed to lose this game, or the next game we are going to rectify what we have lost. Chiefs will hardly go 3-4 games without winning.
In that fighting talk that you're talking about, we say salute to the player that was Willard Katsande, salt and pepper. After the break, we're going to talk about the fighting of the NFD playoffs, because there's fighting. Coaches are going left, right. One game, coach suspended. Suspended. But coaches are going. Hey, Bona, people are going back to their old jobs, but we'll talk about that after the break.